In the heart of Manila, the Philippines, January 16th, 1998. The city's vibrant nightlife was in full swing. Streets were lined with food stalls, the aroma of local delicacies wafting through the air, and the distant hum of traffic providing a constant backdrop. Tidbits Cafe and Videoke Bar, nestled in a bustling lane, was a popular haunt for locals and tourists alike. Its rustic interiors, adorned with vintage posters and dimly lit fairy lights, promised an escape from the city's chaos. Inside, the Farah brothers laughed, clinked glasses, and took turns with the microphone, each trying to outdo the other with their renditions of popular songs. Melton Farah, known in his circle for his captivating voice, waited his turn. Jamie Palaganas, who was enjoying an evening with his brother Reduric Palaganas, took the stage, and Melton felt a familiar tune tug at his heartstrings. Unable to resist, he joined in, their voices intertwining in a song that had a history of stirring emotions. The room's atmosphere shifted. Their voices, initially in harmony, began to clash, turning the song into a duel of egos. Jamie, feeling overshadowed, confronted Melton. The tension escalated, drawing in Melton and Jamie's brothers and turning the bar into a battleground. Caught up in the heat of the moment and driven by loyalty to his brother, Rogeric Palaganas faced off against the Farahs. Words were exchanged. A gun was drawn, and a shot echoed, forever altering their destinies. Melton was killed instantly, and as the dust settled, the haunting notes of My Way by Frank Sinatra played in the background.
And did it my way.
But strangely, this is far from the only time that My Way by Frank Sinatra has provoked a murder.
Explored.
The My Way killings are a social phenomenon referring to the number of cold-blooded killings directly related to karaoke performances of My Way by Frank Sinatra. Over the span of 10 years, from 2002 to 2012, Esquire magazine puts the total at least 12 savage murders, on top of the countless conflicts that merely ended in injury. But why this song? What about it enchants those teetering on the edge of aggression? Is it simply coincidence, or is it something maybe a little more sinister? In 2007, in a dimly lit bar in San Mateo, Romy Balagula, a young man of 29 with a zest for life, was there with his friends, enjoying camaraderie and the promise of a night filled with song. Roberlito Ortega, a 43-year-old security guard of the establishment, moved among the patrons. His demeanor was friendly, even affable. He approached Balagula's table, sharing handshakes and smiles, a gesture of goodwill in the midst of the evening's festivities. The atmosphere was electric when Balagula took the stage, his voice filling the room. Ortega, caught up in the moment, danced and sang along, seemingly enjoying the performance. However, the peace of the night was shattered when Ortega, perhaps feeling a bit too familiar, criticized Balagula's singing. What began as a light-hearted evening quickly spiraled into a heated exchange. Words were thrown, tempers flared, and in a heart-stopping moment, Ortega drew his .38 caliber pistol, silencing the room with a single fatal shot to Balagula's chest. Just like the story of the Palaganas, something about that night pushed Ortega over the edge. Perhaps it was the curse of the song. Or perhaps there was more to Ortega than met the eye. What we do know from the records of the My Way killings was that not all of them were quite so clean-cut, and there are still some questions to be answered as to the circumstances of the deaths, such as the story of the Tondo village chairman who was gunned down alongside his aide while singing the song at a Christmas party. Authorities suspect the motive for the killing to be allegations against the chairman for protecting drug peddlers and small-time kingpins, although residents of the village vehemently deny it. For the most part, however, the majority of the killings are a little more difficult to explain.
Explored.
So why is this happening? Do Filipinos just suck at singing? Or is there something more sinister about that particular song? Well, Norimitsu Onishi of the New York Times suggests that the spate of My Way killings in the Philippines might stem from the nation's blend of aggression, alcohol consumption, and strong machismo. Incidents of violence are not uncommon in Filipino karaoke bars, often ignited by breaches in karaoke decorum, such as mocking other singers, repeating songs, or just hogging the microphone. Roland B. Tolentino, a pop culture specialist at the University of Philippines Diliman, suggests that the murders might just be a reflection of the song's widespread appeal, and the fact that it is performed a lot more than other songs. He also points out the song's assertive theme, which could potentially intensify emotions in both the singer and in the audience. Many people, however, feel the song's lyrics might be a catalyst for the aggression, instilling a sense of overconfidence, arrogance, and hubris in the singer, creating a facade that masks their insecurities and which could be a recipe for confrontation. Let's just consider the lyrics for a moment. And now, the end is near. And so I face that final curtain. My friend, I'll make it clear. I'll state my case of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I travelled each and every highway. And more, much more, I did it. I did it my way. Ultimately, it would seem that the cause of the violence is a mixture of statistics, arrogance, and coincidence. And although it would seem that there may be something sinister about this particular song, it's not the only song that causes karaoke violence.
Explored.
Karaoke-related confrontations, ranging from verbal altercations to fatal attacks, have been reported all across the world. In Thailand, March 2008 saw a tragic incident where a man agitated by multiple karaoke performances of John Denver's Take Me Home Country Roads shot 8 individuals, one of whom was his brother-in-law. In December 2008 in Malaysia, a man held the microphone for so long, he was stabbed to death. A dispute in a Chinese establishment in August 2012 escalated to a man using a meat cleaver to kill 2 of his relatives. And in March 2022, American actor Ezra Miller faced arrest in Hawaii on charges of disorderly conduct and harassment. Miller reportedly became disruptive in a karaoke bar, shouting profanities and showing agitation when other people sang. He is said to have confronted a dart player and snatched the microphone from a woman mid-performance. So what the heck do we do about all of this? How do we stop these cold-hearted karaoke catastrophes? Well, maybe the Philippines has the solution. In 2007, the song My Way was reportedly removed from karaoke machines all across the country, as many locals were terrified to ever sing the song in public for fear of being killed. This, however, did not stop the murders completely, and in 2018, after an elderly man was stabbed to death by his neighbour while singing My Way at a birthday party, the government decided to enforce a 10 p.m. curfew on karaoke all across the country. In the dimly lit corners of karaoke bars around the world, music has the power to evoke a range of emotions, from joy and nostalgia to anger and resentment. The My Way killings in the Philippines is a stark reminder of how a simple song, combined with personal egos and societal pressures can lead to tragic outcomes. But it's essential to remember that karaoke at its heart is a celebration of music and camaraderie. It's a space where people can come together to share their voices, relive memories, and connect with others. The incidents surrounding the My Way killings are but a small fraction against the countless positive experiences people have whilst singing their hearts out. And as the 10 p.m. curfew settles in, and the echoes of the last song fades away, one can only hope that the essence of karaoke, unity, joy, and shared musical experiences will overshadow the dark chapters of its past. And so let's consider the My Way killings, a strange social phenomenon, explored.
More